6 30-second clips, no self-indulgent playing, just a straight comparison. Is the Marshall worth the extra £1,000? Let's find out. Clip number 1, Marshall and Les Paul. Clip number 2, Katana and Les Paul. Clip number 3, Marshall and Stratocaster. Clip number 4, Katana and Stratocaster. Clip number 5, Marshall and Les Paul cranked right up to gigging volume. Clip number 6, Katana and Les Paul cranked right up to gigging volume. My thoughts, I've got 5 of them. I'll quickly run through. Number 1, I'm astonished again at just how good the Katana is. Straight out the box, not even hooked up to Tone Studio. I just use it like an old valve amp or something. It is just fantastic. It competes with the Marshall. And then when you factor in the price, well, that's incredible. I just love the Katana. I'll be continuing to use it. I love it. Thought number 2, if I ever gig again in a band, I think it would be with the Katana. My days of lifting amplifiers like that are just, they're over. Thought number 3, the Marshall looks fabulous. I just love it. It just looks vintage and old, and the gold piping and that font. I just had to have it. It's like an old blues breaker or something. And there it ends. The Katana looks by comparison dull and boring and a bit plasticky. That, it's just a sense of occasion, and I feel like I feel when I look at a beaten up old Telecaster or something. It's got presence. Next thought, the Marshall smells good. The Katana is odourless. My final thought is tone wise, I think they actually compete, which is amazing. The Marshall, I really think if you have a set of headphones, try and listen to the clips again with headphones. the iPhone speaker, when I play it acoustically just through the iPhone speaker, it actually sounds like the Marshall is distorting, like it can't handle the low end that the Gibson humbucker puts out. But when you listen through the headphones, you maybe hear what I hear in the room, and if you watch that first clip with Les Paul and I just play those first 3 notes, inside my head I have a wee explosion. It's like, it is just awesome. It is just awesome. It's not distortion, you can't buy that. You can buy it, it costs you 1,300 quid, but it's fantastic. And then the Katana has its own thing. It's tighter at the bottom end, it's not distorting or flabby at the bottom end. It really projects, and it's got its own thing. I'm really proud of the tones I get out of the Katana, but they definitely compete. It'd be good to hear what you think. But if you're in the room or if you're listening to this with headphones, I think the Marshall has the je ne sais quoi that makes me think, you know, thank goodness I haven't just blown 1,300 quid and I could have just used my Katana, you know, for no good at all. So to close this video, unless you really want your Fender Bassman or your Marshall this or Marshall that, your classic amp, then if you've just got a Katana, you're good to go. It's fantastic, I believe. And so the answer has to be no, this would not be worth the money in the slightest. But if you really hanker for something special and you can afford it or you really crave it, then research it carefully. I researched it. I was maybe going to go down the Fender Bassman route, but I heard that and thought that's the sound I want. And I can't afford anything else now, I'm skint. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.